So today's okay. Okay, can you guys see the slide? Mana? Okay, all right. So biology 4551, that is your code. So you must know your code. When you get the SPM paper, you see the paper code. Is it correct or not? Okay, so your paper is 4551. So you have paper 1, paper 2, paper 3. Okay, so biology SPM tips to score. Okay, so must listen properly. Today's lesson is very important. Okay, so today we are going to discuss the paper 2. Okay, paper 2 only. Okay, so today's content, what are you going to learn? So number 1, we are going to understand the component in the questions. When you see the question, what you must take note? Apa yang kamu kena pay attention to? Apa yang kamu kena focus? When you see the question, what you must focus? So that is number 1, understanding the component in the questions. Number 2, understanding the keywords. Apa keyword yang ada dalam soalan that can help you to answer the question correctly. Okay, so you must understand the keyword properly. If you didn't understand, then you don't know what to do. Okay, number 3, writing a good answer. Okay, not only answering, but your answer must be a good answer. If you answer wrongly, also no point. So you must answer a good answer to score the maximum marks. Okay, that is the focus of the examination. Okay, you must able to answer the good answer to score maximum marks. Then we are going to see what are the do and don'ts in biology SPM. Actually, this one is a general one. You can apply to any other subject also. And Q&A, okay? Question and answer sessions if you have any questions. Okay? Are you guys clear? If clear, can you guys raise up your hand? So I know everyone is alert. Okay, good. Okay, introduction. Ta-da! SPM. My God. What is SPM? Okay, are you ready for your SPM? You are the 2021 punya generation. So are you ready for it or not? Are you still sleeping? Are you still enjoying your holiday? Are you still don't know what to do? Don't know what to study? Don't know where to start? So you answer this question for yourself. Because you are the one who going to sit for the examination. Okay? You are the one. You are the one who going to enter the examination hall and answer the question. So you answer this question for yourself. Okay, when is the date of your SPM? Anybody? When is the date of your SPM? See, you guys know or not? When will start and when will end? Okay, I give 10 seconds to answer this question. When is the date of your SPM? Bila? Adakah lagi 1 tahun? Adakah lagi 2 bulan? Bila? When is the actual date? 2/3/2022 to 28/3. Okay, how about the rest? Tengok berapa orang yang boleh answer dengan tepat. Can answer correctly. Wah, Kai Xuan only know. The rest still don't know. When I think it's on the February lah. I think at March lah. Okay, yeah. So, okay, we will check the answer later. Okay, how many days more you have before the first day of SPM? How many more days? Do you count or not? Do you do the countdown or not? Or are you still enjoying? Don't know when. Okay, see. Who knows how many days more? Like, never do. Never do, then you are going to enjoy. You don't know You don't have the pressure. If do, then more scared. Macam one more month. Wah, macam one more month, it means what? January lah. 65 days. All teka-teka only, all tembak only. Okay, come. You must be focused. Alright. Tadang. Set your focus. Okay. So, those who fail to plan to fail. If you are still enjoying, not enjoying lah. If you are still don't know what to focus, don't know what to do, then now you should start. It's never too late. Okay. Nothing is too late until you do the thing. Okay. Nothing is too late. Still got time. So the exam SPM will be starting on 2nd of March 2022. Okay. To 29 March 2022. But your paper is only until 28. Okay. The last paper is what paper? Kai Xuan, what is the last paper on the 28? You put 28 there. So what is the last paper? What subject? This one just to make you alert and make you plan. Yeah, for them is BC, correct. So 28 of March is the Bahasa Cina. Okay, so Bahasa Cina. Those who didn't take Bahasa Cina can honeymoon earlier. Okay, can go and honeymoon and enjoy earlier. Those who take Bahasa Cina will end on 28 of March. So this is the date. Take note of the date. Oh, I forgot to say. Please make sure you have a paper with you or your notebook and your pen. Note down every important thing that we discussed today. Okay? Okay, so if you don't have anything, you just have your handphone with you, please go and take now. Take a piece of paper or your notebook, okay, and a pen or something. So make sure you write down every important things. Don't just see the handphone and enjoy. Okay, like watching a movie. This one is not movie. This one is information for you to note down. Okay. So, biology. When is biology? Bila. Okay. Biology paper 1 is on the 16th of March. Okay. 8 morning to 9:15. Okay. Biology paper 2 is also on the same day, 16th of March, 10:15 to 12:15. Okay. But the actual time is actually 7:45. 7:45 you must enter the hall already. 7:45. 8 you will start the paper. Like this one, 10:15, right? Meaning 10 o'clock you must skip all your books already, enter the hall. So it is not 10:15. By 10 you must enter the hall already. You cannot bring anything already. Just bring the pen and your things lah. Okay, calculator and so on. Okay, so this is paper 1 and paper 2 for biology, 16th of March. Okay, and paper 3. Paper 3 will be on earlier than that. 15 February 2022. 15 February is on Tuesday. If I'm not mistaken, it's on Tuesday. Okay, so 15 February, we will have the Amali. Same like what you did the other day. Got sidang 1, sidang 2, sidang 3. Okay, so some will some will go back earlier. If you go back earlier, if you are sidang 1 and sidang 2, it means you will be sitting in the quarantine room lah. Okay, for the sidang 3 one, you will be sitting in the quarantine room first for half of the day, then you will go for the sidang 3 and then you can go back already. So same like the other day. Okay, 15 February. Okay, and how many days? 62 days more, excluding today. Okay, potong hari ni tak campur hari ni, you have, meaning start from tomorrow up to the 2nd of March, you have 62 days only. So, ngam-ngam about 2 months. Okay, ngam-ngam 2 months. 31 days, 31 days. Ngam-ngam 2 months. Okay, so still not too late. If you fail your biology, those who fail, got many people fail. Okay, 8 people fail. I think Gamma have more fail. Gamma I think 9 people fail. So those who fail, You must do something. Seriously, you must do something. Okay? Alright. Okay, so far so good. If good, can you guys raise up your hand? So I know you guys are still okay. Alright, awesome. Okay, now. Ta-da! Haha. How many chapters you must cover? Okay, you got 62 more days, but you got 9 subjects. So you must really plan. Okay, for biology, you have Form 4, you have 15 topics. 15 topics, huh? And Form 5, you have 13 topics. Right? So 15 plus 13, all is 28 chapters. So you pandai-pandai study. Okay, so just to highlight a few topics that is very, very must really focus on lah. Sure come out on. Confirm come out on. Okay, number 1 is this one. Very famous, cell. Okay, cell. Either is a chloroplast or cell membrane, cell wall. You compare between the plant cell, animal cell. Okay, or you compare about the paramecium, amoeba, between the plant cell and animal cell. Okay, so what is their function, the label, and so on, everything. Okay, this one sure come out, confirm. This one also confirm. Osmosis, active transport, facilitated transport, like diffusion, simple diffusion, facilitated transport, like active transport, using the carrier protein. Carrier protein, and one more is the channel protein. Okay, so sure come out. Okay, then what else? I think most of the things sure come out lah. Okay, just that this one is like the glamour one, and this one, cell division, also always one confirm. Okay, meiosis, mitosis. So I think this one is a killer chapter. For some of you who have no idea what is this, I think I already mentioned many times lah. So please, if you are still not sure during school time, please come and ask the teacher. Okay, and then what else? This one is a killer one. And this one, mana coordination lah, coordination. Okay, especially the nervous system, neurons and synapse. This one. Okay, yang ni kita jarang discuss. This one easy. Immunity one is easy. Okay, is can score one. Okay, but this one is very tough. The one I circle one is like very famous and quite tough lah. Okay, alright, and this one, tadang. Right, sexual reproduction. Especially the gametogenesis. Gametogenesis. If gametogenesis, if you do not understand cell division, you are going to have difficulty in understand gametogenesis. Okay? Because gametogenesis, it involves the process of meiosis. Because gamete cell. If you do not understand meiosis, you read gametogenesis, you will become blur. Okay, so make sure you understand meiosis first, and then you study what is gametogenesis. It will really help you to understand this subchapter very well. Okay, and then Form 5. Form 5 is actually manageable, but very boring. Okay, very boring because plant only. So I think the hardest one should be the inheritance. Okay, inheritance, if you know, very easy. I see some of you score full marks for the schematic diagram. The chicken one. Remember the chicken question? So some of you score full marks. Some of you 0 marks because don't know what to do. Don't understand at all. So if you understand inheritance, very easy to score. It's like bonus question. Okay, so 38 chapters, must plan. Alright, now we go to the first one. Understanding the component in the question. So, before we understand the component in the question, just to help you, to help those who score low marks. Those who score good marks is you maintain. What you do is already good already. So you just maintain. Those who are very poor, still don't know what to study. Number one, in biology, number one, very important thing, you must know the name. In each chapter, whatever they show you, whatever diagram they show you, whatever things they show you, you must know the name first. So when I say the name, you must know the spelling very well. Number two, you must know the definition. Understand the definition first. If you do not understand this, you read the whole chapter also no point. So you must know the name, memorize the definition. I think I already given the list of definition that you should memorize in the WhatsApp group. Please go and check back. What are the definition that you must memorize? Number two, everything that has the name, for example, like the cell. Okay, guys, what cell is this? Anyone want to guess? What cell is this? What cell is this? Simple question. What cell is this? Okay. So, you know the name of this cell is animal cell. Now, I ask you, structure. The structure. Do you know all the structure in the cell? Have you know all the structure in the cell? And do you know what to label? Okay, I ask you, what is X? What is Y? What is... what else can I put? Okay, I put here. Okay, I put here. Okay, very far from the nucleus. Nearby the cell membrane. Okay, X, Y, and Z. Okay, do you know all the structure? Okay, now tell me what is X, what is Y, what is Z. Okay, come, 1 minute. Okay, good. Okay, awesome. Good, correct. Okay, X is mitochondria, Y is nucleus, and Z is Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus, it will sit nearby the cell membrane because in the Golgi apparatus, it will form the what? What is this? I put T. Do you know? I put S lah, S lah. Okay. What is S? This thing. This biji one. It's the secretary. Sorry, not secretary. Secretory vesicle. Okay. The function is to secrete the enzyme. Okay. Right. So to secrete the enzyme that is produced in the Golgi apparatus. Okay. So actually they modified the protein to become enzyme. So to transport the enzyme out from the cell, we use the secretory vesicle. Okay, the function of the... Okay, so you see, you already know the label, the structure. Sometimes they didn't say structure, they say cell component. So it's actually same thing. Cell component, structure, the label, or sometimes they say the parts. Label the part. It's actually same thing. But you must know this thing. So number one, know the name. Number two, know all the cell component, the structure, the parts, and the label. Same thing. These four things is actually the same meaning. Just different words only. Number three, characteristics. Now, the characteristics. What are the characteristics of Y? X. You say this is a mitochondria. The name is mitochondria. It is one of the structure in the cell. So what are the characteristics of mitochondria? Anybody? Okay, folded inner membrane. Inner layer is folded. Okay, good. Correct. That is the characteristic. You must know the characteristic of each thing you label. Each thing you label sure will have the characteristic one. So you must know. And the characteristic are sometimes called adaptation. It's actually the same stuff. Huh? Adaptation, characteristic, same stuff. What are the characteristic of X? What are the adaptation of X to increase its efficiency? Okay. Apa dia punya adaptation? Apa dia punya characteristic? Same thing. So, okay. Okay. Simple lah. Simple. We go simple first. So the now you know the adaptation, you know the characteristic. Now, number 4, you must know the function. Okay, function of X. What is the function of X? And what is the function of Y? Okay, anybody? Function of X and Y. Right, 2 marks. You mention the function of X, you mention the function of Y, you will get the marks. The site of aerobic respiration, okay? X generate energy in the form of ATP, okay? X generate energy by cellular respiration to form ATP energy. Wow, okay, good. So I can see there are difference, huh? But do they get the marks? Do Haidit get the marks? Yes, Haidit get the mark, 1 mark. Okay. Y control and regulate all activities of the cell. Control all activity in the cells. Yes, correct. Okay? Yes. So you must know. So you see, from the name, from the structure, characteristic, function, you must know all of that in order to score in biology. This one I just give one example lah, cell. We can talk about other things. Okay, we can talk about the renal tubule. Okay, the renal tubule. The renal tubule. Then, okay, renal tubule. So got the what? Got the Bowman's capsule and everything and stuff lah. Okay, kan renal tubule. Okay, something like this. Okay, so in this, sorry, bukan. Okay, so for example, like the renal tubule lah. Okay, yeah, hang already. Okay, so you must know the name of this whole structure, the label. Okay, the label. Ini apa? Ini apa nama? Then here got what name? Here is what? Distal proximal convoluted tubule. Okay, sorry, proximal convoluted tubule, distal convoluted tubule, descending loop of Henle, ascending loop of Henle. So you must know all that. Okay, that one is the structure. Apa pula characteristic? Each of the label sure will have the characteristic. And each of the characteristics sure will have its importance or its function. Okay? And lastly, the process that it undergo. Apa proses yang berlaku di setiap label itu? So you know all this, sure, you can understand biology more better. Okay, so far so good? So far, any question? Okay, so far okay, guys? If okay, raise up your hand so at least I know, okay? Okay, Alright. Okay, number 2. Okay, for example, like this, Okay? So this is it's a diagram of a animal cell. The name, okay, let's say they name this component. Name this cell. So you know it's a animal cell. Okay, what is X? X is mitochondria. Y is Y is what? Anyone? Ribosome. Y. Yes. Y is the transport vesicle. Okay, transport vesicles. Right? So transport vesicle is to okay, we'll go to later. Okay, we'll go to later question. Okay, it's a transport vesicle. So in the cell, there's a transport vesicle, there's a secretory vesicle. Okay, secretory vesicle is at the Golgi apparatus. Transport vesicle is at the rough endoplasmic reticulum. All right. This one, you see? This shows a okay, what is this structure? Apa nama structure ini? Anybody? Simple question ni, simple question. Yes. This is a leaf. Okay, a leaf. So, a leaf may be divided into different parts. Okay, so you must know each part lah, each label. In the leaf, what is the label? Apa label, apa komponen dia dalam leaf. Okay. So, this question actually came out in the percubaan. So, leaf. The most upper part, upper part ini nama apa? See properly Ni apa ni? Is this the upper epidermis? Upper epidermal layer? What is this? Yeah, this is actually the cuticle. It's a wax. Cuticle. Okay? Dia bukan cell. Dia ialah cuticle. Okay? A layer of cuticle. Okay. So you know, the label part is cuticle. What is the characteristic of cuticle? Anybody? Characteristic. Same thing, We know the structure. Okay, now I want to know what is the adaptation of the characteristic. Okay, good. One is transparent, waxy. One more word. Water impermeable. Okay, you can say water impermeable. Yes, waterproof. Okay, the cuticle is waterproof. Waterproof. Okay, you can say transparent. You can say waxy. Waxy is waterproof lah. Why? What are the adaptation? What are the function? Why it is waxy? Why it is waterproof? Why it is transparent? What are the importance? Why must it be waterproof? Why must it be transparent? Okay, so Pei Ying say, transparent because to allow sunlight to penetrate through it for efficient photosynthesis. Very good. To allow the sunlight, that is the word. To allow the sunlight to penetrate into the you can say the palisade mesophyll cell. Okay, for photosynthesis process also can. Okay, waxy because to reduce the excessive water loss. Very good. That is why it is waterproof. Okay, so like that lah. You must know. Okay. Alright, so this one no process lah. This one no process. Just the name, structure, characteristic, and function. So you must know all this lah. Okay. Okay. Sudah hang. Okay. Now, anyone want to answer this one? Now is the process. Explain the okay, so number one, you must read the question first. Diagram shows the hydrolysis. Hydrolysis is the breaking down or the formation? Is it a synthesis process or is it the breaking down process? Yeah, it is the breaking down process. So Breaking down of what? Breaking down of a lipid molecule. So you know this process, a hydrolysis of the lipid molecule. So based on the diagram, explain the hydrolysis. How do we explain the hydrolysis process? Okay, try. Now you must explain the hydrolysis process. So when doing explanation, make sure you include all the given things in the question. They give you lipid, they give you water, they give you S and T. Number one, you need to know the name of S. What is the name for S? What is the name for T? Number two, you must know what is this process called. Okay, how from lipid and water it become S and T? How? What is the keyword that you must use? So you explain these two things, you can get 3 marks at least. So please. If you mention S and T, you already get 2 marks confirm one. The next thing is you must explain how does lipid and water form the S and T. Okay, good. Okay, let's see the answer given by your friend. Okay. Eng Kamun says, a lipid molecule uses 3 water molecule. Okay, good. Because you see here, they got give you 3. Use that in your answer. Do not waste the diagram. The diagram is actually given to help you answer your question. So use all the material given. Don't waste any material. Use all. Okay? Be resourceful. Okay. So a lipid molecule. Okay, good. One lipid molecule. Is this lipid molecule? Okay, what is... Okay, correct lah. This is a lipid lah. Okay, other name for this lipid? Anyone know? The specific name for this lipid. Okay, uses 3 water molecule to form 1 fatty acid. 1 fatty acid. And 3 glycerol. Is it 1 glycerol and 3 fatty acid? Or is it 3 glycerol and 1 fatty acid? Okay. Qin Kai Xian lipid breakdown. Okay, good. Breakdown into S, which is glycerol, and T, fatty acid. How many? You see how many fatty acid they give? I don't know lah which one is fatty acid. Do you know which one is fatty acids? So that's why you must know. You must be clear. Okay. Kai Xuan. Lipid is broken down to 1S. 1S is glycerol and 3T, fatty acid, by adding water through hydrolysis. Okay. 1 mole. Wow. How do you know this is 1 mole? Do they give the concentration? 1 mole of lipid molecule undergo hydrolysis by adding 3 mole of water molecule to produce 1 mole of glycerol and 3 mole of fatty acids. Okay, almost there. What do you mean by mole? How do you know how many mole? Got give mole, meh? Okay. Yeah, triglyceride. Okay, triglyceride. So, Physics Chemi Pro. Shit, try only ma. Okay. So, yeah, the correct answer would be... I think Kai Xuan can score full marks. Okay. So, you must mention the lipid, okay, which is triglyceride. Okay, is broken down by adding. Okay, by adding or by addition. That one is English lah. That one still acceptable. By adding or by... If you say by putting, wrong. Because the sign here is adding. Okay, adding sign. So you must use all the word. You must use all the keyword given. Okay, this is adding. So you put adding. Okay, by adding, they give you 3. So 3 molecules of water. Okay, in the process. In the question they say already it's a hydrolysis. So you use in the process of hydrolysis to form. Okay, S which is which is 1 molecule of glycerol, and T which is 3 molecules of fatty, because 3 so fatty acids, or no need fatty acid lah, 3 molecules of fatty acid. Okay, so are you guys clear how to get the full marks? Okay, good. So this is a process, so it must be specific, it must use the correct term. Okay, so you must use the correct term, like broken down, because hydrolysis is a breaking down, so you must use the correct word. Okay, and then adding, okay, to form, you must use the correct word. This correct word will give you the correct marks. Okay, so now that is about understanding biology for the first part lah. Okay, name, structure, characteristic, the function, and the process, the steps. Okay, shall we take a 3 minutes break? You want some break? Okay, who wants some break? Who wants some rest? Okay, so we take a 3-minute break. We will continue with the questions. Okay, with the questions. Don't sleep lah. Later sleep lah. Later you got whole day to sleep until night. Okay? Rest until 11 a.m. Then no need to do the class already. So far, I heard, I see the other day BC got do class, right? So what other subjects that got do like seminar or like got do tips lah? What other subject that got do tips, that got give you tips like BC? No subject? Oh, only BC lah. Okay or not? The BC one. Fun ah? Okay, sure. No. The jokes are lame. Ayo. That's why I stopped doing jokes already. Because I scared this kind of comment. Very, 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 very heartbreaking. I mean, okay lah, put aside the jokes lah. Because I see it's a like senior teacher, right? It's a very senior teacher, right? Like uncle, you know, uncle jokes lah. Why you say the jokes are lame? What are the examples of lame jokes? What is lame? Lame is like very lousy lah. Like very not funny. Oh, forget liao. Because so lame until forget already. Okay. What marks you already get already? Subjek apa yang kamu sudah dapat markah? Economy, huh? Eco. You got take economy meh? Chemi and BM. Chemi sejarah. Chemi many people get A. How many people get A? Passion, do you get A for Chemi? Sure get one, right? Passion very smart one. Sure get one. Wow, congrats. Never count, haha, don't know. So how many people? Never count, don't know. Wow, Guanshan Chemi sure got A plus one lah. What I say? Really You get A plus Fei Ying what do you get for Chemi? A plus also. Then what you get? A minus. Still A lah. Sure A. Sure A one. Okay. Good. Okay. So this one is your first time, right? Doing the full test, right? So some of you might be ready, some of you might not be ready. Just hentam only. So yeah lah. Okay, so can we continue? Okay, shall we continue? Okay. Okay, so now understanding the component in the question. When you see the question, there are 4 things that you must know. Okay? Bio Don't know. See lah. Okay, so the component in the question, number 1, is called the stimulus. Okay, stimulus, what is stimulus? Stimulus is to stimulate you. To stimulate you to answer the question. Stimulus. Stimulus may be given in the form of diagram, graph, table, pie chart. Okay, most of the time they give you diagram lah. Okay, sometimes they give you graph, sometimes they give you table. Okay, in the table form, sometimes they give you pie chart. This stimulus is not saja to give you. It's actually for you to use in your answer. Okay, for you to use in your answer. Number 2, you must see the action word. In every question, there will be a action word. For example, question yang level yang rendah, a low level question. Low level, it means not so hard lah. Okay, not so hard. Low level question is like name. Name the label part. Name the X. Name the process. Name. Sometimes they say define. Define is you must give the definition. The full definition. Okay? Sometimes they ask you to state. State is like name. Sometimes identify. Label. Okay. This is the action word. So you must be sure lah what to do. Okay, next. Explain, give reason, justify, suggest, describe, predict, draw. Later we will discuss more further in the action word. Then number 3, there will be a task, a question that you must know. Question ni nak apa sebenarnya? Okay, and number 4, of course, you must look at the marks. So each mark is actually 1 point. One very important point. So each mark is 1 point. So these are the 4 components in a question. So when you receive, you must look all these 4 things. Okay, so that you can answer the best. Okay. Now, let's see this question. Can I have Guanshan to read this question? Is Guanshan there? And read out this question. Oh, sleep already. Okay, can I have pacing? Wong pacing? Wong pacing. Let's read out the question.
Diagram 8.2 shows the graph of changes in the antibody levels in the blood of individual A for a specific period.
Okay.
Based on diagram 8.2, describe the differences in the response to the first and second injection.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Wong pacing, by the way, you didn't write your name in paper 2. So, how I know? Because after I key in all the marks, then you are the last one. Okay, you didn't write your name. That's why I always ask the student to write the name. Okay? Because sometimes you get the paper and you straight away answer. Then you didn't write the very important thing. Okay? The very important thing is your name. Okay. So remember it's not only for pacing lah, I mean for every one of you. Get the paper ni, don't busybody first. Write the important stuff first. Because if you forget that one, then bye-bye. Okay. Is this from the trial exam sent in the WhatsApp? Is this from what trial exam? I got sent what? Okay, never mind. Later we discuss. Okay. So now, let's see. Number 1. Okay, the stimulus given. Okay, what they give you. In the stimulus, what they give you. Okay, guys. In the stimulus, what they give you. Okay, good. They give you diagram. The diagram is in what? Yes, they give you a graph. So you can see there's a graph. Okay. So when you see a graph, you must see what graph is this. This is the concentration of antibody against time. So the time is very long. It's in the form of month. Up to 8 months. Up to 8 months. So, you know this is the concentration of antibody against the time graph. Okay, now, what is the action word? Apa action word yang ada dalam soalan ini? Oh, the Pahang paper. This one is their trial in the Pahang paper. Okay. So, question ni apa dia punya action word? Anybody? Yap Jun Hong. Do you know what is the action word? Action word is like this. The first word in the question. What is the action word, guys? What is the action word? If you don't know the action word, then how are you going to answer the question? We know the stimulus already. The action word, yes. Ask you to describe. Describe. Okay? So this is the action word. Okay, the question, describe what? What is the question? The question is, you must describe differences in the response first and second injection. This is what the question wants you to do. Describe differences. So, you see the word here, differences. How many differences you must describe? Is it 1 or 2? One or two differences? Yeah, at least 2. Because question say differences. If you only mention 1, teacher, I already said first injection is blah 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 blah, but second injection blah 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 blah. Okay, teacher, why I get 1 mark only? Yeah lah, you mentioned only one difference. between F1 and second injection. How to give you 2 marks? So this is only 1 mark. So you must give another one. First injection is blah 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 blah, but second injection is blah 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 blah. Then you will get the second mark. So make sure you see the question properly. Okay? And some more they put 2 marks. So of course 2 differences lah. Okay, are you guys clear? Are you guys clear? So far so good? Okay? So this is how sometimes the question, if you just read one time, then you're going to miss many things. Okay, so now how to answer differences question? So differences one. Okay, point one, blah, 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 blah. Then you must use this keyword. But, or you can use however, meanwhile, you can use these 3 words. Can you guys copy down first? And then write the second point. This will give you 1 mark. The second differences, point 1 is blah, 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 blah. But, however, meanwhile, then you write the second point. So you can say first injection is what? First injection is having the lesser antibody. Okay? Stimulates lesser antibody than, is having the lesser antibody, but second injection have more antibody, stimulates more antibody production. Okay, then number 2. You can say first injection, okay, does not last long, but second injection lasts longer. Okay, as you can see here, it lasts longer. It lasts longer. Right? So that is how you score the marks. Use this keyword. Okay? Have you guys copied down? Okay, siapa sudah copy? Angkat tangan. Okay, good. Cynthia sudah. Alright, okay. So this is how you must see the question properly. Okay, I repeat one more time. See the stimulus given, see the action word, see the task, and the marks. If I write F1 doesn't achieve immunity level, but second injection has achieved immunity level, can. Yeah, can. Okay, but sometimes you must, okay, like this can lah, because obviously here it shows this one didn't achieve, here achieve. Okay, however, sometimes you cannot say like macam mana nak cakap like you give the obvious, macam very obvious punya differences, you know, like obvious macam mana macam first injection, how to give apa contoh dia? For example like male and female characteristic lah, okay? Female and male characteristic. So for male has a mustache, but girl do not have mustache. Like that cannot lah. So you must give this have mustache, this has what? This don't have what? This also don't have what? You cannot say this one have, this one don't have. Like that, it doesn't, you didn't really differentiate the differences between the 2 things that they give you. Okay? Let's think of what other answer. Got other answer. Later we will see the answer. Okay? Got. Okay. So, okay, are you clear? Concentration. Yeah. Just now I already mentioned. So, the concentration of the first injection is lower than the level of immunity. But, however, meanwhile, the second injection has concentration of antibody higher than the level of immunity. Are you clear? Yeah. If like that, can. Right? Okay. Okay, so that is the thing that you must know in the questions. Alright. Now we go to number 2. Understanding the keyword or the action word. Okay, the action word. Tadang. Okay, just now I mentioned about action word. Action word is the first word which appear in the question. So for example, name, define, state, identify, label. All these must be specific. You can, for example, is a colon chyma. You know, tissue in the cell, colon chyma tissue. Okay, colon chyma. You have parenchyma, you have sclerenchyma, you have colon chyma. Okay, mana tahu you go and mention chlorenchyma. Got. One more is a chlorenchyma. So, ini salah. Okay, so it must be very specific. Okay, must be specific, no wrong spelling. If you wrong spelling only, bye-bye. Right? So, for example, meiosis. Meiosis. You go and which one is the correct spelling? A or B? Okay. Yeah. So this kind of stuff lah. Okay. Then if you mention meiosis, can you just put meiosis? If no diagram given, then can lah. Okay. But if they give you a specific diagram, you must see, is it a homologous chromosome or is it a sister chromatid? If a sister chromatid, then it is a meiosis 2. If it is a homologous chromosome punya cerita, it is a meiosis 1. If you didn't put a number, wrong answer. Okay, so that is it is simple, it's a very straightforward, but it must be accurate. No wrong spelling. Okay, number 2. Explain. Give reason. Justify. Apa maksud justify? Teacher, I don't understand what is justify. Justify, it means give reason lah. Same meaning. Describe. All these are the same meaning punya perkataan. So, explain, give reason, describe, it means you must write a proper sentence and explain orderly using the correct terms. Okay? Using the correct term. So it means like this lah. The lipid, which is a triglyceride, is broken down. You see? Use the correct term. Okay? It's broken down by addition of 3 molecules or by adding 3 molecules. Okay? Be very specific. Okay? That is what I mean by explain orderly using correct terms. You cannot cincai explain. No. Must use the correct term. Only you can score the marks. Okay, number 3. Suggest. Suggest, sometimes the question asks you to suggest. Suggest, it means you must give a relevant ways to solve using facts, not using your idea. Using the facts and tell why the suggestion you give is effective to solve a certain stuff lah. Okay, so use facts. If you cincai also, no marks. Must use fact. Number 4, predict. Predict, it means describe the changes that will happen using the facts and after you manipulate the variables. Okay. So, apa maksud predict? predict is you try to predict what will happen if I do this. What will happen if I did not do this? Okay? So, if I do this, what will happen? If I didn't do this, what will happen? So, you must describe. Okay, for example, and you must use facts. So, I give you one simple question. Do now. Okay. P and R. Okay. So this is a semi-permeable membrane. Permeable membrane. And I have a water. Okay. Okay. This is glucose. Okay, now my question is predict. Predict what will happen after 20 minutes. What will happen after 20 minutes? 3 marks. Okay, you try to draw this diagram first. Try to draw this diagram. And then please draw. Number one, I want you to draw. Okay. Draw using a free hand. Draw and also predict what will happen. Okay, so try to do now this question. This is a glucose which is in the solution. This is a glucose solution. It means solution sure have water one. So you have P and R. Okay, so please explain. Please predict what will happen after 20 minutes. Okay, those who already have the answer can type down. Okay, so Kssm use his variable is he's talking about the water level. Okay, number one, when you predict, why I say manipulating the variables? You know there are two variables. One is responding variables and one is the manipulated variables. So now we want to manipulate the concentration of water. So the responding variable is you can see in terms of the water level. Okay, that is what you can observe. The responding is the water level. Okay, so let's see. Water level of P decreases while water of R. So Kssm, you must be alert. You must recheck your answer. Okay. So while water level of R increases, this is This is because R has higher concentration of glucose than P. Okay. Water molecule from P diffuses to R by osmosis down the concentration gradient. Okay, good. Okay, Kaishuan, water level at R is higher than P. R solution is hypertonic to P solution. Okay, so water diffused from P to R via osmosis down concentration gradient through the semi-permeable membrane. Wow, okay. So I can see Kaishuan uses all the information given. She mentioned about the glucose. She mentioned about the Okay. Okay. So Kaishan, it would be better if you mention also about the glucose. Okay. R solution is hypertonic to P solution because the concentration of glucose in R is higher than the concentration of glucose in P. So you mentioned very specific. Use all the things that is given. Okay. Okay. Jason, higher osmotic pressure. Wow, osmotic pressure. Do you know what is osmotic pressure? Okay. Later I explain what is osmotic pressure. Okay, osmotic pressure in solution P compared to solution R. Okay, this one is because you use osmotic pressure. So, unless you understand what is osmotic pressure, then you use. If no, I suggest you don't use. Okay? Because this osmotic pressure, it is not in your syllabus actually, but I don't know why it came out. Because osmotic pressure is a new definition. Okay? This causes water level in P to decrease. Okay. So all of you can check in the comment, can read Kaishuan answer lah. Okay, Kaishuan answer. So Kaishuan answer is the most specific one. And yeah. So I explain what will happen. So when comparing, you can see that P has a lower solute concentration. Okay, lower solute concentration of glucose. It means lower solute concentration. It means water potential is high. Okay, is high. So when water potential is high, we say this one is a hypotonic. Okay, can you guys see? Is it clear? Okay, kecil very kecil Must zoom and see. Okay, and this one is this solution R here is high solute concentration. Okay, high solute concentration. So low water potential. So this is a hypertonic. So there are various ways lah. You can say R is hypertonic than P. And R is having lower water potential than P. Or you can say P is having higher water potential than R. Therefore, water molecule will diffuse into. You cannot say move into. Wrong word. Okay? Because just now I say already, correct terms. Correct term, it means diffuse into, because this is a simple diffusion. Osmosis is a simple diffusion. Why I have semi-permeable membrane? Because it is called semi-permeable because the glucose cannot pass through. Only the water molecule can pass through. The glucose is actually a large molecule. So it cannot pass through. So it will stay at where they are. Only the water molecule will move. So the water molecule will move or will diffuse in from P into R down the concentration gradient. So Kaishan mentioned about down the concentration gradient. Okay, via osmosis. Yeah, so that is the correct answer lah. So causing the water level to rise. And here the water level will drop. Okay. So are you guys clear so far? So far so good? Okay. Okay. So just now I said don't mention about osmotic pressure. Okay. Actually, water potential is same as the osmotic. Osmotic what? It's not osmotic pressure. Okay. It is called the osmotic potential. Student always confused. They thought water potential, it means high water potential, it means high osmotic pressure. No. Water potential, it means high water concentration. High water concentration. So when high water concentration, it means the water can move. Okay? Can move around. So it means osmotic potential, the energy of the water is very high because it can move around. Not many solute mah. Not many solute. So when no many solute, it can move around. It have high energy level to move around because potential is a potential energy, the energy for the water molecule to move around. Okay, are you guys clear? So water potential is equal to osmotic potential. Okay. Solute concentration. If now the solute concentration is high, then this one is equal to osmotic pressure. Okay. Solute concentration is equal to osmotic pressure. When solute concentration is high, is very high in the water, is very high, it means the water has a very low water potential or low osmotic potential. But it has very high osmotic pressure because there's a lot of solute. So osmotic pressure refers to solute concentration. Osmotic potential refers to water potential. Same meaning. Osmotic potential, same meaning as water potential. Okay? So if you mention about osmosis, osmosis is the movement of water from high water potential area to lower water potential area down the concentration gradient. Okay, or you can say osmosis is the movement of water molecule from a lower solute concentration into a higher solute concentration, or from a lower osmotic pressure area to a higher osmotic pressure area. Osmotic pressure same as solute concentration. Okay, so are you guys clear now? So do not mistakenly understand the definition. Okay, so the term is very important. Okay. Okay, writing a good answer to score the maximum. So we are done with the action word, understanding the keyword. Okay, let's go to the do and don't first. Okay, do and don't first. Then later we can see how to score the maximum marks. Okay, so first do. So read the question at least how many times? 2 times. C, plural. C, the singular. Different ke differences? Ask you to describe the differences ke difference. Kalau differences, it means 2 point. So read at least 2 times. Must write name. Yeah, must write name. Okay. Then, don't straight answer the question. Okay? Don't straight answer. Read the question, it means you see first what is the stimulus given, what is the action word, what is the question, how many marks. Read that 2 times at least. Okay, number 2, write in the proper sentence and use the right terms. Again, use the right terms or word. Biology is very specific one. It's very specific at the terms. If you use the wrong term, finish. If the examiner is very strict, they won't give you any marks. They won't give you any marks. I know a few examiner that is very, very strict. Okay? Once they didn't see the actual word only, they will cross. They will not give you answer. Although your answer is like correct. Okay, for example, like this. Osmosis. Osmosis, define osmosis. 1 mark. Define osmosis. Water go out from high water area. Then he bracket. High water area, it means low solute lah. To low water area, high solute. Okay, can you get any marks here? Okay guys, can you get any marks here? Define osmosis. Water go out lah. From high water area, which is low solute, to low water area, high solute. Can you get any marks here? What do you guys think? Can get mark or cannot get mark? Or can at least get 1 mark lah. Okay, if let's say this is a 2 marks question. Okay, can you at least get 2 marks? Anyone? Come. This is the sample answer that student always give one. So what do you think? Can get or cannot get? Engkamun say no. Okay. No marks, 0 marks. Okay. Number 1, use a wrong term. Number 2, where got high water area? High water concentration. You must say concentration, or you must say potential, or you must say water potential, or you must say osmotic potential. You didn't say this, no marks. Low solute. What low solute? Low number of solute ke? Is it low number of solute? Is it low solute concentration? Is it what? What low solute? I don't understand. The examiner will just say, I don't understand. Although he understand lah, but I don't understand. What you say go out, high water? No marks. Wrong. Finish. Game over. So make sure you mention the correct word. The correct word is, because this is a simple diffusion, so the word is diffuse, must be there. Water diffuses out from, or if you didn't say out also never mind. Water diffuses from higher water potential. Area into lower water. This one I also wrong. Water potential area down the concentration gradient. Then you will get the mark. Or you can also say water diffuses out from from a low solute concentration area into higher solute concentration area. Okay? Is it against the concentration gradient? No lah. This down the concentration is only for water molecule. Okay? If you say about solute concentration, then you cannot use down the concentration. Okay? 明白吗? Okay, 明白 raise hand. Okay. Okay, now number 2. This one. Meiosis process. Let's say the diagram shows you the chromatid divides. The chromosomes they divide. You go and mention chromosomes becomes chromatid. You see, okay, correct already lah. Can get mark right? Sure. No. Okay. The correct word is homologous chromosome. This one, the butterfly. When in anaphase, they separate, right? In anaphase. In anaphase 1, must be specific. In anaphase 1, homologous chromosomes separate. Then they form what? They form the sister chromatid. So you must say homologous chromosomes separated into sister chromatid. This is sister chromatid. Okay? Betul ke? Okay? So kalau you mention chromosome only, I don't know what chromosome. Is it what? Is it a sister chromosome? Homologous chromosome? What chromosome? I don't know. So you must mention specifically homologous chromosome. Okay? Number 3. amino acids and glucose is absorbed back. This is in the amino acids and glucose in the process of reabsorption. Okay, in the renal tubule during in the kidney, in the kidney there's a renal tubule. In the renal tubule during the reabsorption, there are three processes, right? Ultrafiltration. One more is what? The first one is what? Ultra. Lai. Comment. Heidi, comment. Number one is what? Okay, good. Ultra filtration. Number two, reabsorption. Good. Last one, number three. Okay, good. Secretion. Yes. Okay. So in the process of reabsorption, the amino acid and glucose are reabsorbed completely. Reabsorb back completely, meaning 100%. Semua di reabsorb back, tak ada balance. Okay, 100%, yes, by active transport. Good. So, if you say like this, okay, student, describe the process that happened in the proximal convoluted tubule. This reabsorption happened in the proximal convoluted tubule, right? So, in the proximal convoluted tubule, there's a reabsorption. So, question asks you to describe the process that happened in the proximal convoluted tubule. All also can lah. All also can. Okay. You say amino acids and glucose is absorbed back into capillary with osmosis. Can I use the word absorb back? Can I use the word absorb back? Is it the right term? Absorb back. Wrong, So although I can understand lah, absorb back, can lah. Same meaning, teacher, same meaning Yes. But this is bio. Sayang, this is bio. Bio is very specific. The term they give is very specific. Although I understand, but in exam, I don't understand. Okay. So amino acid and glucose is salah. Ni English. English never mind lah. English we okay one. Amino acid and glucose are. You say is. Okay, this one we can close one eye because this one is English. Absorb back. This one wrong. Into capillary with osmosis. Lagi salah. Amino acid and glucose is not even water. Why osmosis pula? So wrong. Okay. So the correct answer, Heidi, boleh tak bacakan the correct answer?
Okay. Amino acids and glucose are reabsorbed into the capillary by active transport.
Okay, thank you. So here you get 1 mark. 1 mark. Okay? And you mention in the process of what? What process is this? In the process of what? Reabsorption. Okay? Reabsorption. P. Okay, reabsorption. So no need to mention from tubule. If you mention, it's even better. If you mention, it's even more specific. Okay? But this one is still acceptable. Because you already used the correct term. Just that it's not specific enough. But this one should award you a mark already. Okay? But if can, do like Heidi do. Okay? Thank you, Heidi. Good. Okay, so this one 1 mark. This one 1 mark. Okay? Okay, lastly. Solution X is hypertonic than plant. So you want to compare the solution X and the plant. So you say solution X is hypertonic. It means it is more concentrated. It is having a higher concentration of solute than the plant. Correct or wrong? Wrong. Okay, wrong. Totally wrong. Why? Solute X is more hypertonic than plant cell. the plant cell, bukan the whole plant. If you say plant, no marks. Okay, are you guys clear? So far, so good. Vacuole of plant cell. No, because actually vacuole is it's very specific lah. But actually the diffusion starts from the cell membrane itself, because the cell membrane, okay, the plant cell have a cell wall and cell membrane, right? Because the cell membrane is what? It is a phosphobilipid layer. So at that layer, the phosphobilipid layer is actually a semi-permeable. The characteristic, it is semi-permeable. Why semi-permeable? Because it only allows water into and water go out. And if they want to absorb, if let's say the cell, okay, listen carefully guys. If the plant cell needs a lot of glucose, okay, because they also need to undergo what? Aerobic respiration, right or not? Aerobic respiration, because they also have mitochondria. They also want to have energy to cell division, to repair the cell itself, to repair the damaged cell. So they will absorb the glucose from the external membrane, from the external environment into the cell, okay, across their cell membrane lah. So they will absorb using what? Active transport. Okay, are you guys clear now? If let's say in the glucose itself is already having a higher concentration, outside one is lesser concentration, but they need more, so it is by active transport, because it is against the concentration gradient. But if let's say inside the cell having low solute concentration, outside is having high solute concentration, it will still can diffuse into, but it is using what? Facilitated diffusion. Okay, so it can diffuse into the cell by using the help of what protein? Kssm. The glucose want to diffuse into the cell, okay, across the plasma membrane or across the cell membrane. So use what? Need what help? Need what to help? Yes, very good. So needs the help from the channel protein. Very good. Okay, channel protein Channel protein macam ni punya dia ada channel. Okay, dia ada canal. If carrier, dia will change its shape. The shape is very specific one. Okay, so this is the carrier, and carrier is only for this one active transport. Okay, this one is a channel protein. Okay, so are you guys clear now? Any question? Only Yap paying okay. The rest? Any questions so far? Okay, Okay. Number 3. Okay, we finish this and we have a quick rest and then we will wrap up lah. Okay, almost finished already. Okay, number 3. So question asked to explain process X. Okay, question asked to explain the process X. Have you seen this kind of question before? Explain process X. Have you seen this kind of question before? Who see this kind of question before? Raise up the hand. Okay. When you see this kind of question, process X, number 1, step first, write the process name first. Process X is what? Explain that one first. Sure you will get marks one. Sure you will get marks one. Confirm. Okay? Explain process X, you must write what is process X first. Process X is, let's say like just now, in the renal tubule, in the proximal convoluted tubule. Question they label X. Describe the process X. What happened in the process X? So you say all the amino acids and the glucose will be reabsorbed. All amino acids and glucose will be reabsorbed from the renal tubule into the capillary, by active transport. That one you will get 2 marks. If sometimes you see lah, if they give you 3 marks, it means the first mark is the name of the process. The 2 marks is the whole process you explain. So the first mark, process X is reabsorption. Process X is reabsorption. During this process, all amino acids and glucose are reabsorbed from the renal tubule into the blood capillary by active transport. Okay, with the use of ATP energy. That one is additional. But number 1, the first mark, say first, what is process X? Okay? So far, okay? So usually what the student do? Student didn't say what is process X. When you didn't say what is process X, we examiner, we know already. This student don't know what is this process also. Simply only. But if you mention correctly, then it's okay lah. But write down lah. Since you already know what is process X, why not write it down? Sure, you get marks. Okay, so don't do what? Don't straight explain the process. Don't straight away explain. Write the name first. Okay, that is number 3. Number 4, use all the stimulus given to help in answering. This one is for part B and C, essay question. Essay question, use all the stimulus given. Use all. Okay, jangan tinggalkan apa-apa. Use all. Because whatever they give you, sure will help you in your marks. Sure. For example, like the other day, they give you half, quarter, half. Do you see what is in the quarter? Do you see what is in the half? Do you see or not? Siapa yang tengok betul-betul apa yang ada dalam quarter, the first quarter? Right, they give, right, remember the question? Right, like this, right? The quarter. This is a quarter, half. Do you see the information inside here? Do you guys see or not? Okay. So question asks you to describe 3 things. Cardiovascular, obesity, and cancer. COC. Call of Duty. COD. Okay. So COC. So C. So what are the things here that you can use? What are the things here you can use? What are the things here you can use in order to prevent cardiovascular disease? That one is already given you 2 marks already. Free 2 marks. Okay, and then what are the things you can use in number 1, number 2, in number 3 portion to prevent obesity? Okay? Or you can explain first what is cardiovascular. Mention what is cardiovascular. 1 mark already. Number 2, how does the portion 1, 2, 3 helps to prevent the disease of the cardiovascular? 2 marks or 3 marks. Sure already. Okay? So 3 marks, 3 marks, 3 marks. Or here you 4 marks. 4, 3, 3. Ngam already. Sure get marks. But if you didn't use, then it's a waste lah. So that's why use all the stimulus given. What don't do? Don't what? Student never relate with the stimulus given. Question already say cardiovascular, obesity, cancer. He go mention about diabetes. He go mention about what? Other disease lah. Okay. Sama what? Question already terang-terang ask you to describe balanced diet. Balanced diet. Dia pergi cakap tentang exercise regularly. Okay? Must exercise. Must sleep early. Ayo, how to give you mark? totally tak relate with the stimulus given. Question already say balanced diet. Pergi cakap tentang exercise kenapa? Pergi cakap tentang sleep early. Practice a good lifestyle. No marks. Okay, are you guys clear? So far, okay? Okay, please, please use all the stimulus given. Don't waste. Okay, number 5. Part B and C also. Okay, use new page to answer new question. In the exam, SPM, they will give you a booklet. Bukan kertas lagi, tak ada kertas. Dia akan bagi kamu satu buku, I think got 20 page 20 or 10 page like that. Okay, it's a booklet got 10 page. Make sure every new question write at the new page. Okay, why? So, you don't answer all question in one page because sometimes student cannot add new answer anymore if you got any new idea. Okay? Wow. Essay part 1, question 1, question 2, and then the session C all in one page, all in just one page. Then suddenly they fikir, oh, I got 3 more new ideas lah. Then dia pergi lukis arrow, refer to next page. Ayo, people already give you so many paper, just use lah. Okay? Jangan fikir environmental friendly semua. No. This one is to score and to make the examiner happy. Okay? Yang ni dia refer here, refer there. Wah, lukis arrow sana, arrow sini. Ask them to refer there, refer here. Kalau dia examiner tu tak mau refer, dia ataupun dia tak nampak kamu punya arrow, refer to the back page please. Kalau dia tak nampak, you already rugi your marks itu. So make sure lah you use new page to answer new question. Don't put all the question in one same page. And lastly, what you should do for part B and C, answer in point form is the best. With complete sentence. 1 point, let's say just now cardiovascular. Cardiovascular disease punya point plus the explanation plus the example, that one is in one paragraph. Next, obesity punya space. Selang satu baris, write a new paragraph. Cancer punya, selang satu baris, write a new paragraph. Don't write everything in one long essay without any paragraph. Okay? Okay, because I saw at least 3 or 4 people do this kind of stuff. One long essay without any paragraph. Was straight like that. Very long. Okay? So never do that. Never do that. Okay, it's a very bad habit. Don't do that. Please practice this kind of habit. Okay, every point write in the sentence, write in one paragraph. Or if you don't want, you do the point form. Also can. You write cardiovascular. Okay, point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. Obesity, point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. You can do the bullet point, no problem. Okay, but make sure your sentence is the complete sentence lah. Okay, I understand. And yeah, for number 3 one, I think tomorrow we discuss. Okay, for number 3 one, tomorrow we discuss. As I see Kssm also, just ask teacher, this one is a what trial? It means he never see the question yet lah. Or have you see the question? Have you tried the question? Anyone have tried the question? Or done already? Wow, good. Okay, if done already, very good. Then tomorrow we can discuss. If you didn't do yet, please go and try today. Tomorrow we can discuss. Okay, so the last part for today, Q&A. Okay, any question that you want to clarify? Any question that you have in your mind that you want to ask? Okay, sir, where you went hiking, you saw snake. Yeah lah. That is one of the poisonous snake. Yeah, very poison. Because it is more poisonous than the cobra, the king cobra. By the way, king cobra got two types. The cobra, one is in Malay lah. I don't know in English lah, but in Malay, one is a ular tedung. One more is a ular. This is tedung selah. One more is ular apa tu? Ular tedung selah. One more is ular apa? Panduk Yeah, forget the name already. Yeah, I see the snake lah. It's right in front of me. Okay, luckily I didn't step on it. Whew. Not sea snake. It's a land snake. It is named blue coral because the lining at the body is very shining. The blue is very very obvious. It's like you saw the coral, right? The coral are very colorful, right? This snake is very colorful. The blue stripe is very very attractive. So why it is very attractive? Why is it very attractive? Anyone know? Why some snake you see the color are very like frogs, sometimes blue frog. Wow, very attractive, very rare. Yes, very good. Because it wants to warn the predator. Okay? It wants to warn the predator not to come to attract Sir Ame. Very good. Okay. So as I was walking the story as I was walking, I'm looking at the GPS because there's a many road so I'm looking at the GPS. Suddenly, because the snake can sense it doesn't have earring, it sense the vibration. So as I'm stepping the road, right, to there's a vibration produced at the road. So the snake actually can sense the vibration. So it quickly move in front. So as I walking, I listen to the sound like that, just in front of me. Oh shit, it's just in front of me. Luckily, I didn't step it. So it moved more in front to run away from me, and then it stopped a while. Then I also see lah. So from that, I noticed the color. The head is actually orange, or I think it's a red in color, something like that lah. Dark orange. Then it's a black in color, and then the stripe is very blue, very shining blue. Yeah, so that's the thing. Not earthquake lah. Okay. Any other question that's related to today's topic? Okay, so may I know what have you gained from today's sharing? Not the snake sharing, Okay. I know you guys are going to say that. Okay, so any things that is that you learn something, you say snake, I forgot everything. You don't lah. 2 hours, man. Okay, use diagram. Okay, come. Share at least one important things that you get from today's lesson. At least you get something lah. You didn't waste your time listen 2 hours then learn nothing. Use stimulus. Okay, make sure you use. Okay, don't straight explain. Yes, very good. Name the process first, then only you explain. How is trial? Trial is trial lah. Okay, correct word. Okay, yes. Answering full, don't answer half. Answering full, don't answer half. Okay, use point form. Yeah, please use point form. But make sure full sentence. Okay, other than that, I did not. Juntong, Jenshun, Yiling, Kssm. Okay, Jen Yu, Kai Xian, Pei Chen, Wense, Fifi, Chun Shen, Carmen, Harry, Guan Xuan, Hu Chun, Jason, Jasmine, Chin Chi, Min Yuan. Okay. So what have you learned? What have you learned? 心记. One paragraph or one paragraph. Okay. Other than that, read through question many times. Yeah. So must make sure lah. Okay, read through the question many times. Osmotic pressure. Yeah, osmotic pressure. So that's why some of you get wrong lah. Okay. Most of you answer C. So okay lah, correct. But some answer A. Because some of you understood water potential is same as osmotic pressure. No, osmotic potential, not osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure is same with solute concentration. Okay, so yeah. So I hope you benefit something from today's sharing. So tomorrow we have part 2 where we will discuss the answer and also about essay lah, about essay, how to score and so on. So if you haven't do the question, please try the question today. So tomorrow we will meet at the same time, 9 to 11. Okay, so I hope you get something today. So that is all from me. Thank you very much. Okay, so see you tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.